What up, everybody? This is the Barbell Jerks Podcast, episode 41. I'm Ralph.
And I'm Hans.
Jamie.
We had a special guest today, Dan. How do you say your last name?
Kachtik. Like
Kachtik?
the CH is an S, but no one gets it. Don't worry about
Kachtik. I was wondering about that. I saw the name and I was like, ooh, I'm going to butcher this.
Yeah.
I was like, I should have asked you before we even.
No worries.
So yeah, this is episode 41, guys. How y'all doing? Hans, you working out?
Tomorrow.
He thought the game was today.
Yeah. Are we doing the basketball today or no?
No, we rescheduled it
Because of your
Rescheduled it?
hammy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because
so,
of your hamstring.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Where do you guys play?
Basketball.
Where?
No. I don't know. Where are we going to go?
I have a half court at my complex that I stay at, indoor half court.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. This guy was.
So the story is that Hans thinks that he's better than everybody,
No,
right?
I
So
did not say that.
he said he was really
No.
good at basketball, so he challenged one of his friends. So we're gonna go film it. And
we put the challenge out there because Ralph wanted to see me go one-on-one versus somebody, and then his buddy said, "All right, I'll play him one-on-one." And he's a big guy, so if he posts me up, then
So you're going to shoot from outside? Is that how you're going to win?
yeah,
And
basically just drain him outside.
Supposedly. And then
I'm gonna tire him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna tire him out, just run around him, and then shoot from
Exactly.
outside.
Dribble out and shoot.
Exactly.
last Saturday, he pulled his hamstring challenging Ralph to a 40-yard dash.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I've had more people. That's what everybody injures themselves doing. is
Sprinting.
Sprinting.
Yeah.
He
Everybody
called it.
hurts
Yeah, I
themselves.
said it too. I was like, I'm not doing it, but I'm not going to pull a hammy.
Everybody. You can do all kinds of stuff. Sprinting, everybody pulls a hammy.
Yep, and that's what I did on my right one, but it feels good right now. I was doing the lacrosse ball on it. Feels good.
Well, we ran through that power output hill challenge, number one, and man, all my sides were hurting. I was like, man, I need to run a little bit more, just from sprinting and just going up that hill and down the hill. It was pretty good.
Yeah, you can't. You have to run the hill to practice
Yeah,
the hill.
I had to practice,
yeah,
yeah.
you got to do that.
I told them the other one is gonna be probably a little bit worse than the one we did. That was pretty good practice though. The one that we went to, I mean, it was a pretty good indicator of what we're gonna expect on that one.
Oh, you didn't actually go to.
No, we did it. They were scared.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
They didn't want to go there. Like,
I didn't want to drive all the way over there if I didn't have to.
It is a long way over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be a long way over.
I didn't want to drive all the way over there to have it be locked, and then we're like, well, now what? Now we go back all the way to this side of town in order to find a hill over here.
we
so.
could have carpool, bro.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, we snuck in last year and did it, but it was the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Going over there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I told them I was like, it'll be locked like at night.
Right.
During the day, they
Right.
have football games. Little League usually plays and stuff. So
And the nice thing is with that hill, you're not even by the field. You're off to the side.
Yeah.
So with that little extra parking lot
Yeah.
to use.
Nice.
But it was a good indicator because we were out there in the dead, hot sun. So,
is that the
Yeah.
fan?
I think it's the speaker.
What is it doing?
I don't know. I'm just
Not
here
working?
buzzing, but
yeah, I hear it buzzing too, but
no
yeah,
worries.
sure. Even though
all
you're not gonna be able to hear it on here. But anyways, Dan, how long you been doing CrossFit?
I got certified with CrossFit. I took my level 1 in 2007, and I've been doing CrossFit for about 2 years when I
Yeah.
Wow.
decided to go get certified.
jeez.
So you one of the OGs here?
Yeah, Dave Castro taught my level 1 cert.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
Dang, did you do it at the ranch?
No, it was it was at CrossFit San Diego.
Oh, okay.
San Diego. Oh, okay. Where did you go first here in San Antonio, or you weren't here in San Antonio?
No, so I'm from Texas. I grew up in the Valley, but then I'd gone to Chicago to go to college, and stayed there for ended up staying for about 18 years, so quite a long time. And I was working as a trainer in Chicago when I found out about CrossFit, and so I was just doing CrossFit with a buddy, and in the driveway, kind of how they talk about it back in the day. There was like 2 boxes in Chicago at that time.
Oh, okay.
Windy City CrossFit. I dropped in a couple times. The first box I went to when we moved here was Elite with Jeremy.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Which are
nice.
Yeah.
the Redland one or the Selma location?
The Redland one.
Yeah, the small one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was when we started. That was the only one he had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he opened up that other big one, which is way bigger. He likes
Yeah.
his little Redland one though.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
He's
really
had that one a long time.
Yeah, he has. I think he opened 2009. I think.
I
or
think so too.
Something like that. He
Yeah.
opened that one. So after your level 1, did you start coaching or anything in Chicago or?
No, at the time I was working as a trainer at Lifetime.
Okay.
And so while I did definitely use it with my clients, it was kind of, you're you weren't supposed to tell anybody you were doing CrossFit,
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah.
thing, kind of frowned on. So while I used it, and then that's kind of how I worked out back then too. You know, like Lifetime, like most gyms caught on, but like you got yelled at for dropping weights. They didn't have any kind of stuff for that kind of thing, and so a buddy of mine had some gear in his garage, and so we'd go over there and work out when I wasn't working. So that was how I did it. I was following the main site for about a year,
Yeah.
and then decided I really liked it. So me and a friend went out to San Diego and got certified, and came back. And I knew I wanted to open a CrossFit gym right away, but I knew I wanted to do it in Texas. I knew I was going to eventually get back here, so I didn't want to kind of put in those kind of roots in Chicago.
Yeah.
What part of the valley are you from?
I was born in San Benito, and I mainly lived in Harlingen and McAllen. We moved around a little bit
Oh, okay.
down there, but yeah, that's
Okay.
where I was.
That's cool. The valley.
Yeah, I know. Valley.
I've never been down there.
No?
No. Mm,
Yeah.
not much. There's not much down there.
Yeah, there's not much
Pretty
reason to
much.
go.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cool place, but I mean, there's not really much to do there.
It's where I'm from. I like it, but
They have a lot of competitions down there, though.
Yeah,
like
they do.
every time that Texas competition site or whatever they have, that Instagram thing I follow, they're always having some type of event over there down south. Every time.
Yeah, they do. They have quite a few competitions. I even have guys that have gone down there.
Gone
too,
there.
So, yeah.
Do y'all do that? What's the one from FSA? I think they're called. They do it every battle. I don't remember what
Battle
it's
of the
called.
Borders? I don't know.
No, it's
Something like that.
it's a memorial. It's to honor Battle of the Monument. I think it's
No,
called.
it was CrossFit Brownsville is the one that was putting on the competition.
Oh,
that
okay,
my
okay.
guys went to.
Yeah, that was pretty good. The Battle of the Monument.
Oh, yeah?
They have it everywhere. It's Fit Strong something. I forgot who throws it.
Is it team and individual?
It's a team. It's just male. Yeah, they have male, female, and then co-ed. So
I like the team. It's
yeah,
fun.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah.
I don't even know if my partner's gonna show up at Power Output.
What do you mean? I told you I'm gonna be here. Gave you my word.
This guy's not gonna work out for 2 weeks.
No.
It means nothing because we saw what happened at this competition here. I gave you my word and then you didn't show
Yeah,
up.
you didn't show
I
up.
didn't
left
give you
me
my
hanging.
word then.
Actually,
Now
you
I'm
did.
giving. Did I? I don't
Yeah.
remember. That was past Hans. That guy was a loose
That's
cannon.
right.
There you go.
Can't worry
It
about
wasn't
him.
stereo.
Yeah,
Some music.
he was all over the place, but future Hans is better.
Married Hans is better. Is that what you're saying?
Not married. No, not married.
We give him shit all the time. He's going to Colorado for. He's moving to Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Next
fell
week.
in love and
Next
moved.
week.
For what?
Because he fell in love.
It's a good reason.
Yeah.
Is it?
He's like, but is it though? Is it? What? I know you said you were in Chicago. And you probably touched on it, but there was only 2 boxes there. There's Windy City and what else out there?
I don't even remember. I mean, that was at the time. This was like 2008, 2009. Man, Windy City's the only one I remember. I think that's where Elizabeth Akinwale was for a while back in the day.
Could you see being in the Lifetime atmosphere of CrossFit trying to infiltrate its way and not really people doing it in boxes, but just like the methodology of doing some sort of running with pull-ups and push-ups and all that, being a trainer there? Or no, not really. It was just kind of you pushing that.
No, I definitely, me and my old college buddy Jay, and he owns CrossFit Lake Forest now up there. He has a CrossFit gym too up in Chicago. We both started basically training that way, just not calling it that. And we both became the 2 busiest trainers at the gym. Like, we were the busiest trainers at Lifetime the whole time we were there, training that way. And I know, frankly, it was several year process, but once he even left and started his own CrossFit, a bunch of the people he was training went over there with him.
Oh, nice.
Because, it just
They
kind
just
of
fell in love
evolved
with
evolved that way, yeah.
Have you been to any of the Lifetime here? Do they compare to what they have up there in the Chicago?
So yeah, that's why I went to work for Lifetime in Chicago. I needed a way to get back to Texas, and I was working as a trainer at some other gyms, and I was making good money, but I was on commission, and I couldn't really afford to have my pay go to zero. And so they built a new Lifetime in Vernon Hills on the north side of Chicago, and I got a job there because I knew I could transfer down here with a salary. to get it was my ticket back to Texas.
Nice.
And so I worked as a trainer there, got busy, and let them know I wanted to be like the manager of the personal training department when something opened up in Texas. And the one on the north side of Austin and the north side of San Antonio both opened up at kind of the same time.
Yeah.
And my brother lives in Austin. I think Austin is a great place, but when they asked me which one I wanted to live in San Antonio.
There you go.
So,
I hate Austin.
yeah. It's like good place to visit, but it's not where I want to live.
I don't like it.
Why do you hate Austin so much?
I don't know, man.
It's not for you?
I don't like it. It's too packed. It's too crowded. It's too there's too many people in such a little area. You can't do anything there.
I mean, it's like a caricature of itself now. Like it knows how cool it is or how cool it's supposed to be, and
How
everybody there,
cool it
like,
thinks it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's just
You know what place is getting like that here is the Pearl. Like I went to go have coffee.
Why would you go to the Pearl to have coffee?
coffee.
The Valero right here has coffee.
I mean, I'm not gonna be like, where do I want coffee? Valero. No, there's a good coffee shop down there called Local, and
Yeah.
I went down there and I was like, this is turning into Austin. I feel like I'm.
He's
awesome.
Colorado now.
I don't get it.
yeah.
There's
I would
probably-
agree that the Pearl is the most like Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
There's
Yeah,
probably
I
a
would agree.
Starbucks next to your house.
There is, but I've worked there and I'm like, I want something else.
You worked
get
at
Starbucks?
Yeah.
Starcrust?
I'm gonna have his back on the local coffee. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I
See,
like
I
local
mean,
coffee.
Dan can back me up there.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's-
Yeah, I
it's
worked
worth
at
it.
Starbucks part-time job 4 or 5 years ago. I liked it.
I've had local. It's not terrible. It's good coffee. But I wouldn't drive out of my way to go get it.
Yeah, you definitely
hear
have
ya.
to kind of like. I didn't go there strictly for the coffee. I was down there meeting some friends, but I'm like, might as well. I'm down here, have some local coffee. while
My
I'm in the
friends tell
area.
me they want to meet at the Pearl. I'm like, I'm out.
You know, Merit Roasting is the roasting company that does the roasting for local coffee.
Oh, really?
And they're right across the street from my gym.
Oh, nice.
So we're already getting the hookup. I'm getting coffee like
Oh,
all day.
nice.
Yeah,
Shout
it's
out
really
local
nice.
coffee then.
right. So is it? There's not a local, but the one that kind of is in charge of it.
So Merit makes all the roasting, all the beans that local uses, and so they make coffee there. They just don't sell it. It's kind of like the factory or whatever.
Gotcha.
But I get the hookup now.
And that's like the only place that they're roasting beans in San Antonio, correct?
No, the pub is roasting it too.
They're roasting some as well. Okay, I knew
Yeah,
that.
that's where I got my stuff at.
All right.
There are a couple
There's
places.
two. There's What's
I knew
Brewing
that,
too.
I knew there was like maybe one or two right now
Yeah.
because everything else was coming from Austin.
Yeah.
He's like Austin.
What's
Merit does it exclusively for local,
For
and
local.
then local they're in that Hotel Emma. They're in some
Yeah.
of that kind of
Yeah.
stuff around.
Oh, that hipster stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. You can say the word. It's not a big deal.
No, that's not a big deal.
that What's Brewing is pretty good. I like it. They're on. Is it Ramsey or Rhapsody? Right here on 281 Rhapsody.
Mhm.
They're there. It's good coffee.
Yeah.
I like their beans.
How do you drink it?
Pour over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
black or with cream?
With cream.
Cream.
Nice.
I tried black. I mean, it's good black, especially that coffee. Like you compare that to like just like Folgers. Like I can't drink Folgers.
Yeah.
But, you know, this one has good taste, so it's good to drink. I can drink it black then. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I prefer it with a little bit of cream.
Black's where you notice the difference when you
Yeah.
find out
That's
what kind
when
of coffee
you-
you're
yeah.
drinking.
For sure.
That's when I tried it. They're like, just try it without it, so you can know that it's not. You can know the difference between just Folgers and this, and you can know why you're
Oh,
paying
dude.
that much money for.
Yes.
So you
for
can tell a
coffee.
huge difference. Like that other coffee, if you taste it black, it tastes like poo poo.
No, it does. It tastes
Yeah.
bad, bro.
Yeah.
It tastes bad.
And this guy wants me to go to Valero.
How long were you at Lifetime? Here.
Here, I was only this one. I was there for about a year. I knew, so they paid my way down here.
Yeah.
Frankly, I didn't really. Lifetime's a good company, and I will say, as a member there, you can get a good thing. But I didn't like working there,
Yeah.
but they transferred me down here, paid my way, and so talking with my wife, I was like, I'm going to give them a year,
Yeah.
and that'll give me a chance to, we just moved here, figure out where we wanted to like start putting down roots
Yeah.
and open a gym and that kind of stuff. So I was there it ended up being like 13 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a buddy that I think worked with you, Curtis Melly.
Yeah, I know Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a buddy. He used to be with us too here.
Oh, yeah?
Hosting, yeah.
Where's he at now?
Well, he was at Lackland, so I met him at Lackland.
Yeah.
And then me, him, and Johnny started Barbell Jerks, and then they didn't want to do it anymore, so but they're still at Lackland. He's still there.
He's a big bastard.
Yeah, he is a big bastard. He can
Big
lift some
guy.
fucking weights.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
What did he pull on that deadlift at Battle of the Stone?
More than you.
I know that. Anybody do more than me?
I don't know, man. It was like 5 something.
Jesus.
And that was after we did the whatever it was the max back squat, some shit like that. So you did like 5 something. So
Jeez.
he's
I believe it. Yeah,
he's a big boy.
He can pull.
Yeah, and he cleans like a motherfucker too.
Really?
Yeah.
He's got good mobility.
Yeah, I think him and Casey went at it at the one in Seguin. I think he beat Casey on that one, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
It was a clean or some shit.
But yeah, he's a big guy, big boy.
And then after Lifetime, you started the district, or you started?
No, so I ended up going in with MBS Fitness, a little gym over there in Alamo Heights with Josh.
Yeah.
And then we started CrossFit Mind Body Soul together.
Yeah.
And then after about a year, I'll just say like CrossFit owners, we tend to be kind of opinionated people, and so like we weren't exactly seeing eye to eye on stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's when I split off and opened King William District CrossFit after about a year of that. And Josh and I are still cordial. We're still cool and stuff like that. We just kind of went our separate ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what year was that?
What's that?
What year was that?
2013.
2013.
Yeah.
And then you came back right to MBS, right? After.
Yeah, that's where when we were building our new location,
Yeah.
we needed space to split. So it was nice.
Where was your first location at King Williams at?
So our first location was right across from Rosario's there in the King William District. There was that corner. It was the Texas Highway Patrol Museum, which had been shut down for years. It was a total gimmick. The guy was just getting money from the government. And then it had been shut down. Just the windows were boarded up. And we moved in there. It was going really good. And then my landlord got an offer from that Human Credit Union. And I get it from a business side. They were going to pay him like 3 times as much for like a third of the space. So then he kicked us out with like 2 years left on our lease. And found out there were loopholes I didn't really realize at the time.
Yeah.
And so that's how this whole process started, us getting our own location eventually. Yeah.
That's crazy. You got a location in downtown, because I would assume that a lot of people were trying to already build, because I mean, you only had it about 2 years, or you got it like in 2014, 2015, the location.
I got that location. Yeah, it was like 2013.
Oh, so you were already planning to do something there?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Now the land we got right now, I didn't get that until 2017, so not that long ago. That was we were sharing space with CrossFit Unchained at the time, and I was looking around, and I kind of like, I know I'm going to do this forever. And the land was owned by the railroad. It wasn't even for sale.
Oh, okay.
And I called the railroad, this girl Rebecca in Omaha, Nebraska, and was like, would you sell this hunk of land over here to me? And it took them 7 months to decide, but then they're like, sure, make us an offer. And it was Union Pacific Railroad. They didn't really care. They're like, make us an offer for it. So then I had the piece of land and needed to put something on it. So then we started building.
That's awesome.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen his new gym or no?
I have no idea where it's at.
I followed
You haven't even told us what it was called yet, Ralph.
Yeah, he did.
Good
King
job.
Williams.
No, he didn't. It's
Huh?
all right. He never got to that.
Drum roll. What is the name of the gym?
Yes. King William District CrossFit.
There we go.
I say the owner of King Williams.
Yes.
Did you?
Yes. We go by that district. There's a few different.
Yeah,
surnames for
I
it.
remember following
I just thought
the
that was
story
the
on
best
Instagram. You
Yeah.
know, kind of the building phases, and like you said, you were with CrossFit Unchained. And
Yep.
yeah, I was following all that.
That was the hardest thing I've ever done. Building a building in San Antonio was tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it was challenging.
Getting all those damn permits and stuff is pain.
And yeah, I'm trying to do it myself, so I'm acting as general contractor and
Yeah.
just exactly the city business development office. I lived there for like a year and a half.
You're like, hey, it's me again.
They all knew me. They were, what's up? What's up?
Like, what you need this time?
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
So
That's cool that you got to build to, like you said, I'm going to be here, I'm going to be doing this a while. So you got to build for your own specs. You weren't really moving to a space like, well, I don't like that this is here, but we're going to kind of make the best of it. You can kind of go in already with the plan. That's pretty awesome.
And I mean, CrossFit gyms, I think I've compared us, we're kind of like hermit crabs. Like we can move into spaces and make it our own. I think CrossFit gyms are very good at doing that. But yeah, I mean, this way, it was kind of like a swing for the fences, because I realized too, down in that Southtown area where, I don't know, everything is just skyrocketing in value.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew like as soon as my business was going to get good, I was going to get priced out of the market. Because, you know, I could already tell the landlords wouldn't sign a long lease with me because they were going to jack the rent in a year or two because they knew the area was increasing in value. So I was like, unless I figure out another way to control this, like my business has a shelf life of like 2 to 3 years. And already with the way that things have gone down there, I mean, it's ridiculous, I think. But with how it's gone, I would have been priced out of the market because CrossFit gyms, you know, each member, how would I say? We take up a lot of space. We use barbells, you know, we use boxes, this kind of stuff. I can't pack 50 bikes into a room. I don't want to do that either. But so because of that, you know, from a business perspective, there's certain limits to how much you can afford to rent and rent. And so I feel like an area in the city where property is at a premium, as soon as an area gets nice, you're going to get priced out of that market.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now that I own it, my landlord's not raising the rent, so we're good.
How's your landlord? Pretty good?
He's kind of a ball buster.
Oh man, that's
So where's your gym located at?
It is, kind of. It's technically not in King William now. We moved. It's Lavaca, but down.
I wouldn't know where that's at.
Yeah, like Alamo Dome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
you keep going past the Alamo Dome and get off at the next exit, Florida Carolina. There, right off of 281, and we're right there.
There's a good taco place right around.
Yeah,
There's a couple.
That's what I forgot.
places,
You
yes.
forgot
I
to.
know.
That's how I should have
the
referenced.
Florida,
Yes.
the Florida
Yes.
Carolina. Was it Taco Haven or something?
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
yes.
Yeah.
That's where I have a lot of my meetings. Yes,
Yeah, Taco Haven. I know that place. See?
yes. We are very close to Taco Haven. Yeah.
Well, we used to go out there for before the UTSA games. I'd go we'd go to Taco Haven.
Oh,
and
perfect.
Go to the UTSA games.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go to the AT&T Center or go up a hill.
AT&T Center.
Yeah, for the hill run to practice it.
No.
He'll go.
Why?
He'll go there to drink and watch football, but not to.
I'm gonna do it anyway. What's the difference?
That's funny. How long did it take you to build that property up?
So
You know, pour the slab and everything.
from the time it took us 7 months for the railroad to say, yeah, you can buy it.
Yeah.
And then we closed on it in January of 2017. And then we opened in October of last year.
Yeah.
So pretty close to 2 years, a little bit less. If it was just the work, we could have been done with the work in 6 months.
Yeah.
But one, I was on a very, very tight budget. I was totally winging it.
Yeah.
And trying to do as much as I could myself and with other avenues there. And so, and then I had never done this before, so winding my way through the city and the land had never even, I had to do weird, the land had never even been platted, which is a land's birth certificate because it was owned by the railroad. So technically it took me 6 months before the land even existed in the eyes of San Antonio. So we couldn't even do anything because technically it wasn't even there by how they measure stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So
crazy.
that took a lot of, and I dealt with a lot of engineers, and I don't have much good to say about engineers.
I used to work for an engineering company. Yeah, they are.
They don't understand
No.
deadlines is totally subjective.
Oh,
to
no,
them.
yeah.
They're
They'll
no,
drag their
I
feet
know
on
we said
everything.
it was Friday, but we just didn't do it by
Yeah.
Friday. So
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
Yep.
And that just happens over and over and over. Yeah.
Man, I can't imagine the stress and having to deal with all that. And no.
It's just funny. My friend went through a lot of that shit when he started building his house, and I was pretty much there the whole time he was building it. He was pretty much GCing it. He's the same way. He's like, I lived in the damn fucking downtown.
Yeah, that business development office.
Yeah, business development, trying to get all the stuff going, and then now he would have to go there, and then have to go to Selma too, because he's in the middle. So he's like, man, it's just a pain in the ass.
I was running there, and then to the CPS main office, and to SAWS, I would just go sit in lobbies and beg to talk to somebody. It was pretty bad.
See, please, someone birth my land for me, please.
CPS, I'm assuming, took a long time too.
Yeah, that was horrendous.
Yeah.
I started that right at the beginning in January of 2017, and I got things done. That was one of the last things holding us up opening. It took almost 2 years, that process of just getting electricity on the line.
And in the meantime, while all this is happening, you're sharing a box with Unchained?
We were with Unchained, and then we moved over, and we were in CrossFit MBS for the last few months. CrossFit Mind Body Soul on Jones Street over there is where it was. Yeah.
So King Williams CrossFit just opened recently?
So no, we opened back in 2013
The
at
new
that
location.
first location. When we were across from Rosario's, And then we were kind of nomads wandering around the city for a while while we built this location. But we're not moving now.
And this location's been built for how long now?
Since October.
October.
Yes.
So almost a year now.
Yeah, coming up.
Yeah.
Man, time flies. Yes,
Yeah.
it's getting pretty close.
Well, you
He's
just,
like, hey.
it sounded like you
He's
sound
like,
like it just got there. That's why I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah,
I
it
was
feels
like,
to me like we just got
Yeah.
there. Yes. Yeah.
It's pretty crazy because I don't think a lot of people left.
We
Actually,
had-
King Williams, because I mean, like you said, you were, up and down, Unchained, MBS, and
It's humbling and amazing. I have a core group of people that have been with us since the very beginning, and man, they deserve a lot of the credit because they rode a long way with us, and were very patient and believing in something that I would have bet against all the way through until it happened.
Wow.
So that was really.
Yeah,
That was really
kudos to
rewarding.
them.
Yeah, agreed. Kudos
yeah,
to them.
because I've seen they went to Unchained, and then
Yeah.
I'll see because y'all will post a lot of it, and then y'all go to MBS, and then everybody still.
And then
Yeah,
also
back
shout out to those other gyms, letting those members come there too.
I mean, Art was amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I was really backed into a corner, and he's like, "Of course you can come with us."
Yeah.
And he's like, "We'll figure out the details." Like, he was amazing with that.
A lot of people won't do that.
I would agree.
Yeah,
I agree a
I've
lot.
known
I mean,
peop-
I can get it why you would think, even from a business perspective, it's a
Yeah.
bad idea.
Yeah.
So it showed a lot of trust on his part, and I owe him one.
I know people that have thought about opening and were in the process of opening that gym. With that gym owner where they were at would tell them that they needed to leave.
Yeah.
Just because, because they're afraid that they're gonna steal any potential members or anything. So
I mean, I get it. I get it in a sense, but to me, that's why I think for me owning a CrossFit gym, it's always going to be I think nowadays, I think to have a successful CrossFit gym, you have to love it and live it. And for those that want to be kind of the absentee owner and have their coaches run it, that's cool. But then your coaches have all the power. They should have all the power because they're the reason everybody's there. That's who the people are loyal to. And then those coaches by nature can be either give me a raise or I'm going to go take everybody and go do my own thing. And I get it. I totally get it. I talked with Kelly Starr at once, and he had some coaches with notoriety that were starting their own thing, and he had to figure out a way to make that work. And I think at least from a distance, he did that all right because, some of them were staying there for a while, stuff like that. But it gets tough, when you go that way. So.
Is that the
What are you
offer?
smiling?
You're supple leopard.
Sopa leopard.
I knew you were smiling because of that shit.
So
I
he-
know there was something there.
Ralph's unable to pronounce the book. He was trying to tell me about
in
this
many
book
words.
for a week, and I was like, I literally have no idea what
And
you're
I just
talking
took a
about.
picture.
And then he took a picture of it, and I was like, supple leopard. I got it now. I know exactly what it is.
And he was like, sopa leopard? He's like,
Sopa leopard. I
I'm
was like, what?
Hispanic and I have a lisp.
And I was like, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't have that book, Sopa
It's a
leopard?
book about leopards?
Yeah. Exactly. And I was like, what is going on here?
as much
It's
as
been
we
helping
talk,
your ass.
as much as shit as I talk about it, it's helping me out with my hamstring. I've been doing that every single night.
Yeah, that book is pretty cool.
He knows his shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
And
Yeah.
you got a chance to meet him, or at least
Yeah, I met him
Communication.
once. It was I forget what the certification was. It was something out on the West Coast. I've done a few different things, so I met him. Nice guy.
That's
cool. Very cool.
What other certifications do you have in CrossFit besides your level?
So
I'm
I
pretty sure you
have my level 3. I got
Okay.
to the level 3,
wow.
which I had to take that test. I passed it the second time. I took it. That was hard.
Yeah.
It was. I think they did it right. You have to. I studied for a year, didn't pass, and then studied for another 9 months and passed the second time. But it was close to 2 years that I studied.
What are the requirements on that? Because I know level 2 you have to have a certain amount of hours, right?
Yeah, you have to have more hours. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's
I
a
forget
lot of hours.
exactly. It's a lot of hours for the level 3, and then the test. You have 5 hours to take it, and it took me 4.5.
Oh,
Took
wow.
me most of the time to do it.
How many questions?
It's
Shit.
yeah. I mean, not as many as you think, but some that. It's not just yes or no answers.
Yeah.
Some of that, and some of them if you answer the first one wrong, there's leading questions, and you're gonna get all the rest wrong. So you
shit.
have to
Choose your own adventure.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna go down the wrong
Yeah,
path.
exactly.
Is that kind of how the level 1 was?
Level 1's simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
I
a
heard-
lot of good information. As long as you pay attention in the class of
I would
level
agree.
1, you'll do really well. If like you pay attention to what the instructors are telling you, they kind of teach it military style, so where it's like they emphasize it. Hey, it'd behoove you to know this.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, I got.
Yeah, they give
I
you the
know
answers,
yeah,
right? If you pay attention.
gotcha.
I know this because it's the way they teach in the military. Because in the military, people are dumb. So it's like, hey,
You got to break this down.
You might want to know this, and it's like, all right.
That ever happen to you?
What?
Like, come on, Hernandez.
No, I picked up really quick. I was in Intel school, and I could sit there with my eyes closed and still pass the test. And they'd be like, hey, Hernandez, what happened? And I was like, oh, blah, 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 going on. All right. And then they figured out after a while that I could just sit there and do nothing and be all right. You know what I mean? That I was actually paying attention. But yeah, there's some people that they just don't get it. Like they freak out when the test comes.
Yeah.
And that happened to some people when I did the level 1 too. They were just like sweating bullets. And I'm like, I'm done.
I mean, I would agree. Like, if you pay attention, like they give it all to you. But inevitably, there's some people I had no idea.
Yeah.
Some people are just not good test takers.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly what I'm
very
saying.
much
Some
so.
people get the booklet and they're like, oh. But no, I thought I knew a lot based off of my background and then fitness in the military and stuff like that. But I learned so much at that level 1. It was crazy. Well worth my money, I'd say.
I mean, having taken, different certifications in education and other courses too, I think CrossFit is very practical, with how hands-on it is and stuff like that. It teaches very practical knowledge rather than some kind of like weird pie in the sky stuff that like doesn't really apply to day-to-day working out, is what I would say.
What would you say the biggest difference is between your certification, like for working in Lifetime, being that type of trainer, and being a coach here in CrossFit?
Yeah, like when you take, I'll just say it. Like I got NASM and ACSM and some of those, and I just don't think they're very practical. You can pass those tests and be a shitty trainer, like not know a lot. And there is some good information in there, so don't get me wrong. Like there's good trainers that have had those certs. Like just like with anything, it's what you put into it yourself. Yeah. But so much of stuff, especially with NASM, that they taught the different levels and how you train people. Now, having done this for a while, it's bullshit, in my opinion. Yeah. I don't think it works that way.
He's like, really? That's awesome.
No, but I've heard some good stuff. Like in my future, I would like to do a level 2 here in the next 3 years once my level 1's in expire.
The level 2, so the level 3, I was proud of getting that. It's hard. The level 2 is the single best course I've taken.
I've heard it's more coaching emphasized.
They beat you down in there. They point out everything you do that they think is stupid, like right out of the gates. They're like, shut up, talk more, why are you moving, stop moving. Like it's just, they run you. But it's good. They make you teach where all you can do is talk. They make you teach where all you can do is move the person, you can't talk. Mm-hmm. They make you teach where all you can do is use your own body and demonstrate. So they really break it down the different ways you do it. It was
all the different levels of communication.
I get a lot of practice here with the bilingual athletes, or only the Spanish athletes. I'm like,
do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what?
Right. Exactly.
I understand it better than I can speak it. So I know what you're telling me, but then I'm like, nothing comes out.
Yeah, that level 2, like it. I went in there. They do humble you because you think you go in there, I'm a pretty good trainer, and then I'm like, I suck as a trainer. I'm terrible.
That's always good though.
Yeah, you come out knowing what you need to do to get better for sure.
I believe I was humbled in that level 1. I thought I knew a lot. I was like, oh, what the?
What's that?
Yeah, a lot of just different intricacies of different stuff that you can do, or different cues, and I was like, oh shit, that's badass.
Yeah, CrossFit has done a really good job with the coaching cues, I think, because we get so much, even from the beginning, they got so much practical application of teaching these big compound movements. Yeah. The cues CrossFit uses, I think that's another thing they have a leg up on, like every other cert I took, of like how to teach and express this to someone.
This was never something I saw myself doing, but now I love doing it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's awesome. Yeah. I agree.
When are you planning to take your level 2?
I still got a couple more years on this level 1. I want to get back into school, finish out my GI Bill, and now I want to work in something like in the sports medicine field. Yeah. After doing this for a year and a half now.
That's the thing about like I agree with you. Like I had been a trainer, I knew I wanted to be a trainer, and then when I went to my level 1, I'm like, these are my people. This is what I've been missing. Like right out of the gate.
Yeah, it was never something that I ever thought I would do at all, and then now I love doing it.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so cool that it works that way.
Yeah,
I mean,
Let's get our level 1, Ralph.
Well,
Do it.
Ralph
a
should.
lot of people have been telling me, like Mario told me, I know Jason from Lackland wanted me to take one, but
Even if you're not gonna like use it as a career thing or anything, if you're into CrossFit, I think it really broadens your worldview of what CrossFit is, and
I think that's the main reason why I wanted to take it,
Yeah.
because I don't see myself probably coaching or whatever, but as far as how much I love CrossFit and how much I'm, I guess, embedded into it, that I would like for me to take that course just so I can know something a little bit more and talk about, or be able to even do it here, like be able to talk about CrossFit movements that you can do, or better choice and stuff doing that course.
I mean, like JB said, you're gonna go in there thinking you know CrossFit and then realize I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know nothing.
It's crazy.
Like I don't know nothing.
I know nothing.
Main reason I did it was because to hold myself accountable. Because Mario was like, "Hey man, you do this, you can coach here and stuff like that." And I was like, "Well, fuck, if I'm gonna be a coach, I can't be a complete fat ass." So holding myself accountable to not let myself get where I was.
A little bit of a fat ass.
Yeah, just like fat ass.
Right, a little bit. I had to get it.
That's a good way to do it, man. I mean, I that's kind of how I did. I got an opportunity to be a surveyor, so I was like, you know what, I gotta go to school, so I won't be like a dumbass. Like, I was just, just went in there cleaning fucking pipe, and now they're like, hey, you can
Now
be
you're
a
laying pipe.
No,
It was there.
it was there. You tossed it over. But yeah, so that's the reason why I went back to school for that too. So I get it, like, good way to not look like a dumbass when you're trying to do something.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of, when shit's here, like I tell you, because I'm like, I don't want to sound like a dumbass, or because I'm a coach and I don't want them thinking like, hey, you're nobody here, bro.
It's true.
Yeah. It's true. Nobody here.
I mean, it's kind of like in the movie Fight Club, where they make the people stand on the porch and they berate them for 24 hours and yell at them, and then, all right, you can come in. That's kind of like taking level
And that's
1.
okay.
Yeah.
We
And
got
I'm
a
assuming
resident
level
level
two is-
4 over there.
Yeah, she's a level 4 judge though.
Oh, no shit.
No, there's no such thing. She just.
I was like, I didn't know about that
She
one.
just judges everything on
Yes,
Instagram,
yes.
and the athletes. She's like, "Oh,
Yes.
that's a no rep.
That's
This
a
is
no
a no rep." And I'm like, "All right."
So we crowned her the level 4.
Yeah, we got a
That's
level 4
the level
judge.
4 judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Level 3's highest you can go in any cert, right?
Yeah.
There is a level 4 in CrossFit, but it's kind of
Like a
it's not a
master
test
trainer?
you take. You have to have done a certain amount of coaching and have some certain credentials, and then I think, from what I understand, you like go to California, and it's like Glassman and Castro and some other people, and I don't know what you do, but they tell you to do something, and then they decide if you're good enough to be a level 4.
Okay.
So it seems very vague.
That's exactly what I heard.
And like, yeah, you go out there, and I don't know what they're telling you to do, but
Yeah, hey.
I saw that.
it's a big secret.
Kevin Olgar documentary when he was trying to be a coach, or not a coach, but he was trying to be part of the level, with the one that teaches the level 1.
Oh, you're trying to be on the level 1 training
yeah,
staff?
the training
Training
staff.
staff.
And man, they just ripped them apart. I don't know if you've seen that documentary. Or
I have
but
not.
It's
on
it's
YouTube?
pretty crazy.
What's it
yeah,
called?
it's on YouTube. It's the Kevin Olgart. I forgot what it's called, but I think if you search Kevin Olgart, it's there. And just the way they go through the whole process of how you become
Yeah,
level
to be a
1
level 1
certi-
certified, like to
It's crazy.
teach, you have to know
Yeah.
your shit inside and out, like big
it's
time.
crazy.
Yeah,
and how much they travel and stuff. Is,
I know that'd be rough. Like I thought, like that would be a cool thing to do, but maybe back when I was single. But I think I missed the boat on that.
I think I'd want to do it more now that I'm married.
Yes.
what kind of programming do you do? Do you follow something, or you just, since you've been doing it for so long, you just pull?
Yeah, I love doing the programming. I will always do the programming. I do think, again, like I took a lot of certs under Charles Poliquin, who's now deceased, but took several of his certs. I've taken a lot of other ones. So that was already something. And then I'd been a trainer for a long time. I'd put a lot of time and experience into was writing different kinds of programs for all different kinds of goals, physical goals and stuff like that. And so CrossFit to me is incredibly fascinating because, again, like I know good Olympic lifting coaches, I know good gymnastic coaches, you know, you have your triathlete coaches, and we have to kind of do all of that.
Yeah.
And so to me, it's still so new, even though, I mean, it's been around for a while, but this hasn't been around for 20 years even.
Yeah. No.
And so, like, it's still so cutting edge with how much volume you think you can use compared to intensity, and, like, you know, how you can combine movements, and, you know, what's an appropriate rep range for gymnastic movements and then Olympic lifting movements and all that kind of stuff. And CrossFit's turned a lot of that on its head. So, yeah, I will always do the programming. I do pull from any number of resources.
Yeah.
Like I said, like there's an old advanced German volume is an old kind of training method that they used in Europe for getting stronger. And I've kind of modified that so it fits a classroom setting, and that's something I use when we're on more of, like, you know, you go up to the open on building the engine, and then you're always working, you know, general physical preparedness. But then after the open, I definitely go into more of a strength cycle where there's a little more emphasis on the strength side of things. And so that's when I'll throw in these 6-8 week cycles where we're kind of hitting a couple movements fairly regularly, weekly. And I think that's the balance, is finding the amount of volume that doesn't cause injury but still kind of causes growth, causes you to get stronger. And that's been fascinating to me to play with and to watch, you know, what works better or not. You know, like there's the Wendler 531 program that was popular, and I think that's a good, like, maintenance cycle. Once you're strong, it'll keep you strong. I don't think it gets you strong because I don't think it's enough volume. You need more reps, more sets in that, like, 70 to 85 percentile, you know, of your 1 rep max. You need to spend the bulk of your time in that range. And so that's what's been interesting to me, is play with, like, we do a Wendler type cycle when I'm going through the open and I don't think I have enough time to really program strength, but I don't want you to lose the strength you have. And so it's like a maintenance phase.
5 weeks. With this open coming up in October, to throw you for a wrench this year?
You know, this is, it's a very unique thing. This is the only year we'll have 2 opens.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of started the quote unquote strength emphasis fairly quickly, and already now, you know, I'm starting to rerun some of the old open WODs, you know, that kind of stuff, and build that engine. I mean, I think the thing is, you know, like, building your engine, you can get that better or worse in weeks and months. It happens quickly. Strength, if you're actually talking not just like harnessing strength you already have, but building new strength, that's like months and years. That's why you see a lot of, you know, the power athletes and the Olympians be good all the way up to their 40s. Because it takes time to build that strength. And so that's what I try and teach. As someone new to CrossFit, at first, you're getting stronger left and right. So much of that is just your nerves learning to fire the muscles you have. And then once you've actually kind of maxed that out, then you think I can work really hard for 2 months to get stronger. Well, maybe a little, but not really much. Whereas you can beat this shit out of your engine for 2 months, and you can get a better engine, but you'll also lose it after a long weekend of binging.
Oh no, you can.
Oh yeah.
We went on the cruise and I came back. I was like, "What the heck happened?"
It happens fast.
I was like, "Damn it!"
Yes, it happens fast.
But then to get it, I mean, you can get it just as quick. I mean, if you you know,
the engine. I mean, that's the part that you can gain or lose fairly quickly, and
Still haven't found mine.
I hear you. I hear you.
The search
It's all
continues for me.
relative for the whatever engine I have. Yes.
I think I'm running like a diesel.
Yeah, right.
It goes
Exactly.
for long periods of time at the same pace.
Yes.
do you program 1 rep maxes a lot, or is it more like I've seen a programming from my wife and stuff that they hardly do any 1 rep maxes. They always sit in the, would you say, the 3 rep max, you know, 75%,
I don't think there's,
85.
I think for your normal people, there's a much bigger risk than reward for doing a 1 rep max. I don't see the point. We'll get down to where we'll do several sets of heavy doubles, or, you know, where we'll do 7 singles where you're building up in weight. But I wouldn't call it like building to a 1 rep max. I'd like you to occasionally get up to like what I would consider like 90%, like a weight that you can do once, but you could probably do twice too. You know, it's hard. You could do it, but that I think is, you're still going to get stronger. You're still going to be able to get PRs without ever like going for that true 1 rep max and, you know, tearing your hamstring off.
You know why they don't?
Hamstring.
He's like,
You know why? You know why that's not programmed? Because if he puts up build to 95%, I hit that 95%. I'm gonna go for another one anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not programmed for one
Exactly.
right back. I hit that 95%. It looks good and it feels good. I'm like, all right, let's go for the PR.
And the ones that want to, they're gonna go do it.
yeah,
So
that's what I said. They're gonna
knock
do it
yourself
anyway.
out. Right, exactly.
Perfect example. Yesterday, you went for that.
Yeah, I went for
It
it
was supposed to be
yesterday.
85 for 2, and
Yeah.
you did. You tried to go for one rep.
Yes.
Why not?
We've all got them in our gym. That's cool.
You felt good.
Yeah.
Well,
what did you try to go for?
270 because I hit that 265, which was my old PR, and that clean. It was a clean front squat and then shoulder overhead a jerk, and I was like, well, that was easy, and I did it in a
Nice.
complex, but I just missed it the other day, and
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
Power clean or squat clean?
I squat clean.
Nice job. Yeah. Nice. Good job.
Yeah. It's not bad for a fatty.
Yeah.
clap.
Trying to get to those 3 bills eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was so close one time, and I haven't hit anywhere near in a long time.
Yeah.
Hans was close on that competition,
I probably could have hit 3, but
but what?
The video says that's a lie.
what do you mean? That thing went up smooth for me. Well, I felt like it went up smooth. 290. I probably maybe before the year's done.
You haven't worked out like in 2 weeks, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
The strength is there though.
Right. Just work his engine for like 5 days and he'll be ready.
Yeah.
You're good. He'll be good.
Shit, I got to work it longer than that. Especially going up there in the altitude.
Hans says he's got show muscles, no go muscles.
That's right.
When it comes to cardio, I blow him out of the water sometimes. I'm like, Hans, what are you doing?
I just
You know, on the
ever-
running one, and it surprises me that he beats you a lot. I mean, he's
I just
fast,
hate.
but
I just hate running. And he fucking loves running too.
Well, I
so.
used to until I had all these damn surgeries, but
Yeah.
I was a good runner.
What'd you have surgery on?
I had 3 fasciotomies.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Compartment syndrome.
Yeah. So, nice. 3 surgeries on that.
Well, I had
Yikes.
2 fasciotomies with the delayed closure, so I was like filleted open. And then the third one, I had they had to go in and release the nerves, all the scar tissue that had built up. Couldn't wear pants or anything for like a year because
Wow.
yeah, my nerves were so
And you're running now.
yeah,
Right on.
as much as possible.
Right.
Yeah,
no, he's running.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's running.
Yeah,
not,
you're
nice
running.
job.
not nearly as good as I was, but I do it, and sometimes afterwards my leg's done for a day or
Yep.
2. But
That box jump
Yeah.
open workout
box jumps kill
that
me.
that killed him, man.
I had knee surgery in January. Which
Oh shit.
my 5th surgery, so I got to do it. But that box jump one from the open. I was trying to do the open too. I was
The
done.
step ups.
Yes.
I only have one leg to step up off.
Yes.
So when we do step ups in a workout, it's the same one for me. Same one. So pushing off. And we were having to do alternating, and I have no thrust
Yep.
off of that one anymore. So I was like,
We should have done that together because I was the same way.
I was so frustrated and pissed
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
at that. Yeah.
I've had some of my biggest meltdowns during the open. I
Uh-huh.
mean, as a grown man, like I've really lost it a couple times.
Well, this was like the very first. Like I've done the open here and there when because my wife's been here for years, so I was just coming in and out of the gym whenever. But I hit it for like almost an entire year. Came around to the open. I was doing really well, doing like proud of myself. And then that workout, these box step ups hit me, and I just shit the bed. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But now I've been working lunges, been working on like pushing off a bit more, not being more mind of, hey, use this leg as well on the step ups, even though it sucks.
right,
But
like
let's
force
get it
it.
stronger. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Hasn't been working too well, but
I was about to say, have you noticed a difference or not?
I did those stupid lunges with the 50.
Uh-huh.
That took me forever because I had to push off of my left leg and I couldn't. But now I'm like, hey, going
I
up
can
and down
do
the
it.
floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
That's good.
Here's a picture of good old Jamie.
What was that?
That was in the open in 2018.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Was
that's kind of where he's come from now.
Oh,
Come a long
wow.
way, dude.
Yeah.
Nice job, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a fat ass. Now I'm just sort of fat.
Right.
Sort of fit, sort of fat. What is it? One of those?
that's
Make a good shirt.
Yeah, I'd seen one actually. I think it's United Lifters that has that. Yeah. Sort of fit, sort of fat.
what do you think about the new format of CrossFit? The games.
So I like as a box owner, I like where Glassman is trying to take the focus of CrossFit. I get from the competitive side, he's been de-emphasizing that from their side, kind of saying this is something I want to handle as much. But I would agree with me. I want to be like down in King. I want to be the neighborhood gym. I want to be the gym that people that haven't done CrossFit come to. So I'm trying to show people like, you know, I train my mom, I train my mother-in-law, I train my dad. Like I want normal people to come in and do CrossFit because I do think it will keep you active for longer at any age.
Yeah.
And so that to me is the battle is CrossFit has this very intimidating connotation, and I get it, you know, and stuff like this. It's scary. We do crazy stuff. And I'm trying to show that, yeah, we can adjust this to every level and make it a lifestyle. Because a lot of the people too, I'll be honest, having been in this a while, the people I see that get really into the competitive side, they're out of like CrossFit altogether within a couple of years because they burn out on the intensity. They're like all fired up, and then they realize, oh, I'm not going to the games or whatever, and then, you know, they just get a lot of injuries, and they're out. And to me, I want competitions can be a very motivating goal to work towards, and I think that's great. And I've done a bunch, and I like doing them. But it should be, I think, for most of us, it's a tool to make yourself get into the gym a few more times than you would otherwise because you don't want to look like an asshole when you get there. And so, you know, that kind of thing to use him for. But I like him, I think, going more the health route with that. So that's something I very much support. And I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't know how we were going to view the games this year, you know, and I thought that turned out, I think Rogue did a great job.
They did a really good job.
Yeah, they did amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to be the ones that kind of take this over. I could be wrong, but I feel like Rogue steps in. They have that big stadium, whatever. They built that. They didn't build that just for the. I feel like they built that for
the invitation.
I think they had a little inkling, like, hey, something's gonna happen because I mean,
it was really good. Like,
crazy.
Did you watch it after all? The Rogue Invitation?
No, he didn't watch it.
I didn't watch that. But
I watched the whole thing. And for me, I'm a nerd about it, but I watched the whole thing. It was great.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is like a mini games before the games.
And I didn't even know they had built that thing until I saw kind of, I forgot what video it was. They were kind of show like the overlay, kind of like a time lapse of it. I was like, holy shit, they really built this whole thing in the back of their warehouse.
I agree. And when I was watching the Invitational, I'm like, this is the game.
Exactly. Yeah, I was like, oh,
that's awesome though.
Yeah.
But they need to go back to the drawing board on those bags, though.
I do agree though on what you said about the longevity, as far as being just healthier overall as a person. No matter if you're 60, 70 years old, just doing step ups on a little box. CrossFit is for everybody. It really is.
It really is. And I mean, because it's basic movement patterns. It's not the specific movement or the weight. It's the movement patterns we kind of want to use every day. And so, when I think of, you know, as I train my dad, who's 73, I think of CrossFit workouts, and so you're doing the same movement with a little less stimulus, and that's what we do, and it works.
I think that's the hardest part when I try to get people to come to CrossFit is, it's so crazy. There's so much stuff. It's like you don't understand how they can scale this for you. And all those weights, you don't have to do that, you know, and all those things. Like, I took forever myself to get into a CrossFit gym just because I was like, well, I'm still fat. I was like, I need to drop more pounds before I get there. And I could have, if I would have went right when I decided to, I mean, I would have saved myself so much longer, like 2-3 years, just because I was like, I ain't going to do it till I'm a little bit skinnier or whatever. Yeah. But I didn't know other people were doing it, and other people could, and you could have scaled it the way they scaled it here.
And exactly, and I remember back in the day, like, I took my parents to go see regionals when it was here, which was awesome. They had a blast, but they're like, I can't do any of this. And so, like, that was part of it is, you know, the brief instances people see on YouTube or on TV or whatever, and they're like, I can't do any of that. So that's not it. That's not what we're about.
I saw a post the other day. It says, hey, these all these videos that you're following on Instagram of these Olympic lifters and the gymnasts, they're not doing that every day. Those are highlight videos of them hitting 400 pounds. It's not, they're not lifting like that every day. So it's like, you got to lift how you're going to lift, and you're going to maintain to build up to that 400, whatever. But these guys
ooh, nice.
What's that? What was that?
I have no idea. I'll check right now. These guys are posting these videos, but they're highlight videos. You're not going to get in the gym and hit 1 rep maxes every day like that.
No, right, exactly. Like, there's a lot of normal work that gets done there that is the point of this.
Yeah, and I have people that I try to get into the gym too, but like, no, I'll try it when I drop a few pounds. I'm like, no, we can scale the movements. Like, if you have a bad knee, I'm not going to make you go ass to grass on any squats or anything like that. But yeah, it's very hard to try to get, people to see, okay, the games is not what CrossFit is. And I, like
and
you
I
said,
think you even see like on the main site now, like, back in the day, it was somebody like, clean and jerking a bunch of weight or doing a muscle up. And now it's some fat person lifting a bar and stuff like that. But I think that's
must
good.
have been on my Instagram.
And maybe that's
Static job, bro.
So some fat person lifting a bar. Thanks, I got it.
no, but didn't Mario's cousin get like featured on the site
he did.
from here
Yeah, he did.
for losing a bunch of weight?
Yeah,
and,
losing a bunch of weight. Yeah.
Not on the site, on the CrossFit Facebook, I believe.
I think he was on the site too.
Site too?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was on the site.
R.I.P. their Facebook.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
but he did show up. I mean,
That's
how
cool.
many pounds did he lose? He lost a lot of weight.
He lost a lot of weight. And
Did
like
he still come here?
I think he comes during the day sometimes.
Because he's a truck driver or something,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that
He was
truck driver
pretty-
lifestyle is
that's rough.
not the best for being healthy.
No.
yeah, I think he was at pre-diabetic or
I think he
diabetic levels, and
was.
then now he's not.
He's
anymore,
not.
So.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But
lost-
it happens. I mean, that's what Glassman said. That happens all the time. And that's what we need to focus
Well,
on.
and it improves everything, like Glassman said, in your life. You're going to do better at work. You're going to do better at your relationships. You're going to do better at stuff. I don't know about your relationship, but...
It can only do so much.
It can only do so
Hey,
much.
CrossFit can only help you so much.
Right, exactly. There are limits.
And it's brought me and my son closer too, because he's in here at 14 years old, and he's like, "What'd you get, Dad?" And I'm like, "Beat you, sucker."
Hey, but on that, he's fast on running.
I was fast, and when I was his age too, I would run 505 miles and stuff.
Yeah, I've never. He was doing some 400 meter, and like he made it back like under 60 seconds. I was like, wow, oh my god.
Yeah, he's fast. But yeah, it's brought us closer too. Like,
I think that's great. Yeah, when you can get the family involved, like, and I do think for couples, if you both CrossFit, it's great for the relationship.
Yes.
If one of you does, it's really bad. For
It
the
was.
relationship.
It was. I can attest to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
because I
is.
was at home playing video games, and I'd be like, "This girl's been gone for like 4 hours. What the hell's going on?"
Yeah. You get all bitter over it. Like, why do you even care about all this stuff?
Not
They're
even
like,
gonna-
why are you bothering me? I'm trying to look better.
Exactly. This is
Yeah.
exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But now I'm stuck in here
Now
too
you're
for
in.
4 hours.
Now
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
I get it.
I
Yeah.
get it.
That's what she's doing.
Yeah.
So how's you said you train your dad? How is he like? How long has he be doing CrossFit now, or you've been training him?
My dad, that's where I got it from. My dad has always worked out. I remember, like, when I was a kid, he would lift weights in the garage. He was doing, like, powerlifting down in the valley and in Corpus and stuff. He was a preacher, and then he also was lifting weights. And so that's where I definitely get my love of it from. And I studied sports medicine in college. So he's always worked out. But he's had knee and shoulder surgeries over time, too, and has some pretty bad arthritis. So it took me a little convincing with him to get him to really believe that, listen, Dad, I kind of know what I'm doing here, and I can get you to do some
Mijo
of this.
knows what he's talking about.
And he's like, oh, I didn't know. I'm like, yeah, see, I know some stuff you don't know, and so it's good. He
That's the
likes it
hard
now.
part.
Yeah,
That's awesome. I wish like I would have had somebody at a young age like push me in the gym the way like my son's in here every day, and I'm like he sometimes he hates it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, you're gonna thank me later, I promise you.
I think so too. But when he sees the kind of passion you have, and it's something that like he's getting to come do and seeing you do. Like I remember like asking my dad, when can I lift weights, Dad, and stuff like this, and he never really pushed it on me. He'd be like, wait till you're older and stuff. And so that was cool.
That's how I am with Xera and stuff too. I'm like, just come over here, just train over here.
Where does
You
she want to
know,
go?
Huh?
Lone
Well,
Star?
she trains.
No.
No, she trains at like the high school
At
and
the high
stuff.
school.
But with
she-
her squatting.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And I'm just like, look, you have an opportunity that your parents just don't go home and sit on the couch. Like, we come over here and we work out.
As he
We're
sits
here
on
for
the
a while
couch.
and sit on the couch.
But she wants to be with her friends, Dad.
But you know, she can come over here and get better. You know,
Yeah.
she wants to get better at volleyball, and so
I mean, that's true. I mean, you know, I trained some high school kids, and like I'm not going to train them on any of the sports specific, but if you're a better athlete, you're going to do it whatever sport you apply that to.
Yeah.
And so many kids, right, are sitting around. If you can get them in here, like when I was watching the game, some of the younger ones, there was that Haley Adams girl, I think was her name. But like I'm watching like Briggs, who's older, you know, who is a badass, but sometimes she looks like she's still grinding, and I'm like, you know, you're kind of one of the old dogs. Whereas those new ones, they just look like pistons that are moving up and down, like super fluid. I'm like, it's amazing what if you get kids into CrossFit at the right age, what they can do.
Yep.
Like Mary, I was like, how can they keep this intensity?
Yeah, just for
those-
the pull-ups, my lats would fall off.
Just
no
pop
kidding, no kidding.
Yeah,
You know, my hands would be ripped to shit on that.
yeah.
I was impressed with Haley Adams.
Yeah.
She was 18.
That was
and
the 18-year-old that was in the
rookie.
final 10?
Yeah.
Yep.
She
Yeah.
had won, I think, the previous year for the
Teens.
teen.
That's nuts, man.
And then she went. She was 5th, I think.
6.
Yeah.
Fifth or sixth.
Was she
And then you see
Crazy.
like the girl that won the 15 and 16-year-old girls. She overhead squatted 220 for 2. I think 16-year-old girl. I'm like, oh my god, I'm stuck.
Jeez.
Damn.
For
That's
2,
all.
that's nuts.
Nuts.
That's
Yeah,
nuts.
Or what's that? Or I don't know if he made it in the men individual, but the guy out of Brazil.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He was. He got like 70th or something. He made like this first cut or second cut.
Yeah.
Guillermo Marquez or something like
That
that.
kid can
Dude,
live.
he
Yeah.
is strong.
What did he
I
hit a
didn't-
400
On what?
clean? I think he hit a 400 clean or something like that.
I don't remember his Instagram's all in Portuguese. So
I mean, it
And then
translates.
Kilikos, right? See translation. But yeah, he's just another one where he is like, man, the his opportunity is just through the roof.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he
Yeah.
started out really young, and he hit like they were showing that highlight 2 years ago where he was snatching more than some of the
Yeah.
elite male athletes were, and he was in the teen division. And
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus.
I mean, that's what, like, it is so cool. Like, I mean, when I found out about CrossFit, I was already 32, and then I got certified when I was 34. And, like, it totally, like, revolutionized my mindset of, like, what's in shape and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But, yeah, when you can get somebody that's, like, 15 and 16, like, it's very exciting to get kids that age into it.
It's badass.
Yeah.
You throw one or two. There's another competition you're gonna throw,
Yeah,
right?
so we've been doing the Cinco de Mayo Classic.
Yeah.
And that's been Juan does that, and he does a great job. And then we're doing this Bars and Brews in October 5th
Yeah.
here.
I really like
that's
that.
Yeah.
going to be a 2-person team, and it'll be a little bit shorter. The goal is to have the comp done by about 2:00,
Okay.
and then we'll have like a beer garden outside in the parking lot that we're going to have set up, and so increase the likelihood people will want to feel like hanging out and kind of having fun afterwards. You're not done at 6 at night or something like that, and you're like, I gotta
No,
I gotta
dude,
get out of
I'm
here.
exhausted.
I gotta go.
May I suggest the final WOD be a beer mile?
See, that has been discussed. That has been definitely discussed.
Or on the assault bike, just chug a beer and then just hammer out.
Well, I guess beer half mile. If it's 2-person, 800, one runs a 400. Chug a beer, the other one comes back. Chug a beer, and you just switch.
That
it.
would be fun to watch. That would be very entertaining. Yeah.
You had on the last one he had on that Cinco de Mayo, he had they were dragging a big old
Yeah, railroad tie.
tumber.
Railroad. We were using it since we're got the line from the railroad right there. They came through and put new railroad ties under the
Yeah.
railroads. There's
left
just
the other
piles
ones
of
there.
them.
Yeah.
And I asked the guys, he's like, well, technically we sell them to these companies, but he's like, if you grab a few, no one cares.
Yeah.
So we dragged them over and drilled some holes in it and put the ropes in them. And they were really lucky the day of the comp it rained, so the street was wet. It made it so much easier to pull those things. Like the scores would have been cut in half if it hadn't been wet. Because we'd practice it, and you're like tugging on this thing and nothing's happening.
It looked heavy.
Yeah,
It looked
they're heavy.
as
But
fuck.
on the water, there was like just a little film. It's like, when your car brakes and it kind of
Yeah,
slides. It was
yeah.
totally like that. They just kind of skim over the top.
That hydroplane.
Yeah, that was handy.
And I'm pretty sure they have kind of like some oil base.
They
on
do.
there,
There's
so-
oil in there, so they
yeah.
get a little greasy when they get wet.
Heavy
yeah.
tar. It's like I was playing with one and my pants were all ruined when I was little, and I was
Yeah.
like, well, I'm gonna get in trouble when I get home.
Yes.
How heavy were those things?
I don't know exactly. I mean, I picked them up. I think they're.
Single-handedly.
He's I just cried.
I'm guessing between 200 and 300 pounds.
Oh yeah,
Sheesh.
I saw that. I was like, oof, that's
Yeah.
pretty tough.
Yeah.
Pretty tough on
That
that
was,
one.
that was fun. That was a fun, kind of unique thing to do. I like doing that.
How many events do you think on the one you're gonna have in October?
We're going to it'll be 3 events, but there'll be like 5 scores because there'll be like multiple parts, to
Oh,
a couple of the
gotcha.
workouts, that kind of thing.
That's gonna come up in 2 months. This October.
This October.
Beers, bars and beers.
Bars and brews.
Bars and brews.
Bars and brews.
That's something I'll be looking out for.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I don't die in September,
You should do that one.
it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's guy girl teams on
Oh,
this.
see
You
that
and- you
that
and
doesn't
Steph?
work. No, we can't. That's
Have y'all tried?
Dan,
like doing the
that's
cup?
that's a good thing. You said it's good if the couple works out. It's not good when they partner work out together.
I mean, that can be a volatile mix.
It's-
Yes,
man.
that can be rough.
she's fast, so she gets angry with me.
I mean, the same like Janelle, my wife, that's how we met. We were both trainers, and
Yeah.
so she was actually coaching CrossFit before I was.
wow.
And then when we came down here, she was a coach at Elite for a long time till we opened up our own box, and she's intense. Yeah, she's intense. When it comes, I don't know if like we have different mindsets going to a comp. Like I want to win too, but we approach it like
We approach it different.
Yeah.
She gets violent, man. I won't even do a partner workout with her on Saturday. Last Saturday I went with Ralph and I left her by herself.
She's just looking at you disgusted, like move. What's your problem? Yes, I know.
You're like, hey, Crystal, go do it with
Yeah,
her.
she'll do it with her.
She can get mad at you.
So we don't have to do it. So I don't have to hear it for the rest of the weekend.
How is it doing partner-wise with Crystal? I've done a few, like a 3-person, and it's not.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Just,
Crystal's a lot calmer than Steph is.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of the time, like, I would get more angry than anything, but
Really?
Crystal's kind of like me. She has the same attitude. Like, well, I'm just gonna do it and get through this. But Stephanie's like, I want to get through it and I want to do good and I want to fucking fill everything. And I'm like, God, you better go by yourself then, girl. some of these days I'm not feeling like that.
I'm gonna take it easy on this one. Yeah.
Just gonna move.
It is nice though, like when you both do CrossFit. At least for me, like you understand how important it is to you. You understand the whole lifestyle, and that's nice.
Yeah,
it's nice.
For me, it was awesome. Because I was trying to eat healthier and she will still eat like crap. And then I'll sit there at dinner, eating clean, and she'll be eating fucking water. Well, she still does, but at least she worked out to get there. But before she didn't, she would just eat Whataburger and everything. I'm like, fuck, man. I was like, you suck right now.
I know, it's tough.
But then I'm happy because we used to try to go to Gold's, and she didn't like the repetition stuff.
Yeah.
So she came over here. She tried it finally, and she just fell in love with it.
Sure.
She's done that. She's done weightlifting now, and she's really, really into it now. So
That's cool.
it's awesome.
It's nice.
Do we have a date for the barbells and brews yet?
Yeah, October 5th. Is it the 5th or 6th?
And it's gonna be held at King Williams.
It's going to be held
CrossFit?
at
See if we can
District
get a-
CrossFit, yes.
King Williams District CrossFit.
Yes.
Give us a workout.
Give us an exclusive.
It's the 5th.
The
The
5th.
first workout is Fran.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Oof.
There you go.
There you go, people. You heard it first here on the
Yeah,
Bars
that's
Brews
right.
podcast.
That's
First
always-
workout is Fran.
That's always fun though. I remember.
I hate Fran.
I remember going from like
Hate that cough.
from a 15-minute Fran down to like right around 6, and I was like, hell yeah.
So, like when I took my level 1, Castro taught it. Kalipo took the cert with me.
Yeah.
And
Oh, wow.
so we did Fran. And so my claim to fame, and I was a meathead. Like I didn't know how to do kipping pull-ups. Like I was total
Strict
meathead.
all the way.
So we came out of the first round of pull-ups exactly at the same pace, and then he was done in like 2 more minutes, and I took 10 minutes to finish the
Yeah.
workout, and it was a disaster.
Jeez.
But he was a super goofy, super nice guy. But man, watching him move, even back then, I was like, wow, that guy can move. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's
Because he comes from like a similar background, like the traditional bro trainer.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
but no athletic background. I don't think.
No?
No,
I don't think he did any
didn't
sports.
He didn't play sports.
Yeah.
He was just kind of like this in shape California dude
Yeah.
kind of thing. One of those things. But man,
You gotta look good on the beach.
exactly. It's
Did you play
important.
any sports in high school or college?
I wrestled in high school. I liked wrestling, so I did wrestling, and then not in college. No. By then I was full on just meathead mode.
yeah. Just got
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
3 sets of 15.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Fran.
With your knee, have you been doing any comps, or are you just like, no? I'm just
I haven't
gonna-
done anything, since the knee surgery. I might again. Like the nice thing is, that's what I like about CrossFit. As you get older, if you can maintain,
Yeah.
I'm just moving into the 45-year-old bracket now,
Yeah.
and so now it's kind of nice again because I might be able to go hard and see how I can do and stuff like that. The biggest thing, as you get older, is just taking care of your joints. It's just trying to make sure your joints will do what your mind wants to do. So it's trying to manage that.
I don't take fish oil for like a week. I start hurting. And I'm only fucking 31.
Here,
I don't ever take fish oil.
Yes.
If
No.
I don't take it, bro, I get fucked up. When it
Really?
starts hurting, I'm like, damn it. It's like, need to get some more. So
I don't
have to get
like. I don't like the burps.
You need to get burps. If you get if you spend a little bit more on the fish oil and get a little more expensive version, you don't get the burps
Yeah.
there as much.
I don't get the burps.
Yeah.
No?
If you get the good
No.
stuff, you don't get the burps.
Where do you get yours from?
What's your brand?
Well, I get it
Bodybuilding.
Poliquin Group. I order mine online.
Okay.
I'm kind of a nerd that way, but I get most of my supplements from Poliquin Group.
What is your supplement recovery of choice? Are you like
Just
the organic one? Like you get like the white package, like
No,
grass-fed
I like
shit, or like
no. I mean, yeah, I try and get a fairly clean protein, low sugar. Like the SFH is one that I like. Again, the Poliquin group, the group I talk about, has a protein that for most people, there's nothing in it except cacao power and protein.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
Yeah.
basic. But yeah, just a protein shake. I always take magnesium. I take zinc. I take a vitamin B supplement, and then, like you said, fish oil, some collagen protein, that kind of stuff.
I like my protein that tastes like a chocolate bar. So
You can definitely find those.
Yeah.
You can definitely find those. They're good.
so that I don't buy a chocolate bar.
Right, exactly. It's the lesser evil. It is. Yeah.
What do you take? You take the what is it called?
I just take pre-workout normally.
You don't take
What do you
no
take for
post?
pre-workout?
Whatever the wife wants. Normally, we've been doing I think either bucked up sups, that Banff, and then I don't know, some alpha line, some whatever they have a complete nutrition. Nothing. Don't do too
I mean,
much
I'm just
research.
kind of I like just coffee. I mean, I drink a lot of coffee, and so coffee before a workout. But the pump, which is the one by SFH, there's very little caffeine. But there's the beta-alanine and arginine that helps expand your blood veins, so it increases the circulation of the muscles. And those are the kind of pre-workouts you want for CrossFit. You don't want one that's going to raise
not the
your
high
heart
stem.
rate.
Yeah.
You want something that's just going to help you get blood into muscles easier.
I did that one time. I was used to taking pre-workout, doing bro workouts at Gold's Gym, and I took I think it was Mr. Hyde, and it's a high stem, and I felt like I was gonna die at a CrossFit gym.
Yeah, if you do that in a CrossFit, like guaranteed puke, like something
I
bad's
felt
gonna
terrible.
happen. Yeah.
But no, the ones that we take now, it's there's a stem, but it's not very hot,
Right.
but it has a lot of focus. Like, so I get in, and like I can be really focused at times. And not
and that's
jerk
what you
around.
want.
Yeah,
that's what you want before you get into these.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I haven't took pre-workout in 3 years, I think. 4 years.
You don't drink those before a workout?
Nope.
No?
No. I if anything, look, he said a coffee on the way over here,
Yeah,
and
I
that's
think that's the best.
So cold brew or like black coffee?
I mean, like getting the hook up again, but like for Merritt, we have a cold brew fridge in our gym now.
Oh, nice.
So like that's really nice.
Yeah.
But I still like hot coffee in the summer. I'm weird.
Yeah.
I will. I like it. I like it being hot. I mean, this is real hot, but I like the heat.
Yeah.
Living in Chicago with those winters, I'm a huge wuss in winter. Like it's bad. So I'll take the heat. I can take it. So
No,
I like the hot
I
coffee.
can't do coffee. It doesn't kick me into gear like I want it to, because I think I drink so much of it.
Yeah,
sometimes. Yeah.
I hear you. I mean, I drink a lot too, so I don't get any kind of a
Stem from it.
I don't think either. I could drink it and go to bed.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I can just drink
Alicia's the same way. She's like, I'll have a quad shot of espresso, and 15 minutes later, I'm in bed.
Right,
I
exactly.
was like, oh, I don't know
Yeah,
if
we
that's
had
healthy.
in Afghanistan there was a little green beans coffee shop, and did I tell you about this? It's called the Moak.
No.
No, you
It's
haven't.
the mother of all coffees, and it would be a 20-ounce coffee with 5 shots of espresso. And
Shit.
type it
my
away.
God. Jesus
That's
Christ.
intense.
Yeah, no.
It was like $8, $9, but it just
It's
fucking
worth it.
Jesus.
Yeah, let's go.
be up all night.
So you had a question here. You want to read that?
So we uploaded
No,
the question.
it's funnier when Ralph reads it.
No.
No, yeah, I knew why you wanted me to read it.
Go ahead and read that, bro. I don't know who it's from.
I don't know who. Okay, so this is from Old Man Strong. Please ask the Guerrero
Roll.
from the RGV how he got so handsome.
Oh, it's Weddle.
Weddle?
Yeah,
Yes.
from the Rio Grande Valley.
You're from
okay.
Castroville.
Yeah, that's ain't the Rio Grande Valley.
No, but at least you would know Spanish.
Weddle? I didn't know how it was spelled that way. I'm like, Guero. Please ask the Guero.
Exactly how you
It's
sound.
definitely it's the beard. We all look better with beard.
Oh,
right?
yeah, definitely. Grow one out, man.
I can't.
You can?
I have a patch. I'll have a patch right here that won't grow right here.
So, you'll just have like just a
Then I'm
beard
gonna
right here?
Look at
Look like
Han-
you.
Yeah,
Hans-
look at me. I ain't got no
Hans-
mustache.
Hans-
Makes
is
your
all a
face look
patch.
longer, so then it looks slimmer and it works good.
I just did it to hide my double chin, and I haven't.
Yeah, right. That's fine. Yeah, good.
I don't know if we had any other.
No other questions off the Facebook?
I gotta look right now. Y'all keep.
Do you know who that is? That old.
Yeah, Rowan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know Rowan. He's
Oh, okay.
he lives. I live way out in the sticks. I live up in Bulverde,
Oh, okay.
out there, and he lives up there too. He forget where he's coached at different gyms down here. He lives out there now, so he doesn't.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Shout out to Roland. Thank you for the
shout out to
question.
Rowan.
I think we got
Happy
maybe-
belated birthday from H2O Big Blue.
Right on. That's Richard.
Oh,
Yeah, right on.
well, happy belated
Yeah.
birthday.
Turned 45 in July.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is there anything now being in the 45 division
Masters athlete.
Masters athlete where you kind of put more focus on? I know you mentioned recovery.
I mean, it's always like, just from my meathead past, the barbell's always a strength. It's the gymnastic stuff. It's like getting more endurance with the pull-ups and the toes to bar and the handstand push-ups. That's always what holds me back.
I
Is
hate
like
that shit.
having to hit a bunch of handstand push-ups in 7 minutes. Like, I just can only hit so many in 7 minutes,
Yeah.
And so, like...
Once the
that's
shoulders go,
kind
they
of
go.
stuff. Right, exactly, and then they're gone.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff that always takes more focus. And it's the stuff that's harder on your joints, so it takes me, like, as soon as you get fatigued and you lose your midline stability and stuff goes and the form goes, and then all of a sudden I'm all fucked up again.
I love the workouts because I'm the same way. Gymnastics are my downfall.
Yeah, right.
But I love a heavy barbell.
Yeah.
So when we're doing some of these workouts, these guys blow through the gymnastics, and I'm like, don't worry, I'll catch up to you
Yeah.
motherfuckers once we get to the barbell.
Exactly.
Then I gain my
Passing them.
speed back.
Yeah,
I
totally.
can
It's
catch
fun
up
that
to
way.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Definitely.
talking about Hans.
Well, just and Steph too, because her barbell's heavy sometimes as well, and she'll blow through all the gymnastics, and then she's standing there doing singles on the barbell, and I'm hitting doubles or
there you go.
triples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know if it's anything bar muscle ups, I'm like, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
got him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anything like heavy barbell or just output on the calories on the rower or the bike, I'm like, he's got that. Just
But then
'cause-
you
That
hit
bike-
290.
huh?
That
hit
bike is a
295.
terrible device. Like,
Oh
man,
yeah,
there's
that's
no-
it's
Like the rower, you can get good at the rower. There's no getting good at the bike. You just got to learn
just
to
hurts.
love
It's
to
just-
suck.
Do you have the Echo bike or do you have the assault bike?
We have the assault bike. We have the
Oh,
assault
okay.
bike. I think both are good options. I went with the assault just because on the main site when they put, wads with assault,
Yeah.
with the bike calories, it's always been the assault bike. I kind of think, I don't know anything, but like I kind of think just from a sponsorship perspective, that's the only thing assault really does with, CrossFit in the game.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
kind of think they'll stick with that. Rogue does everything else, and so like I think the Rogue bike is awesome. But I think they'll let Assault have their one thing. And so because of that, for consistency's sake, if my members want to do a workout to see how they compare, I figure I'd get the Assault bikes.
Assault bikes.
They take a little more upkeep
No.
than the...
The only thing that bothers me is like my VMO. This little stupid thing right here will just lock up on that
Oh, yeah.
damn bike. That's
Yeah.
the only thing. If it wasn't for this little portion of my quad locking up, I'd be fine.
It just... You want to make somebody puke.
Yeah.
You can do it with the Assault bike.
Didn't you do a chug a beer and then do some?
Yeah,
50
because I
calories?
lost
The Open.
and I had, was it 1 or 2 beers? I forget.
did 1.
So I had to chug 2 or 3 beers and then hop on the assault bike until I got X amount of calories, and yeah, it was bad.
How many calories?
Probably like 30 or 40.
Oh,
But it
nice.
wasn't
enough
just-
to suck.
Yeah, just
so you
like-
need to go fast.
Yeah, just like balls to the wall, and I like stood out there in the back, and I was like, "Oh my god, give me a second, I'm gonna puke here." I'm glad I didn't, but
That's a good bet. That's a good bet for losing the Open.
Yeah,
That's solid.
and what I lost it
girl,
on,
nonetheless.
yeah, what I lost it on was like Fran on juice, which was
yeah,
the
that was
thrusters
terrible.
and chest to
That
bar.
was
Yeah, that
awful.
was-
I was when you were saying you were reprogramming open wads. I was like, hopefully not that one.
No, we haven't done that one yet. No, I think everybody'd skip that
Anything
day.
with
yeah.
thruster just sucks, man. So bad.
Yeah, thrusters are the worst.
Yeah, thrusters are
They're
the
a
worst.
great
Yeah.
invention, but
I
they're
just
the worst.
remember, I think you went before I did, and your face, I was like, "Oh, why did I look at him? This
Yeah.
was. Should I do this?"
Man, open wands, I always want to go first because watching it is never. I'm like, oh man, that looks bad. You know, it's all-
You start rethinking.
And then you see like me. I see athletes who are better than me, and they're having a terrible day at it.
Right.
And I'm like, fuck, this is gonna suck.
Suck, yes.
As far as like for your athletes, do you recommend them doing like I know some people come here, they come every day, Monday through Saturday, and then they take only Sunday off, or do you recommend them taking, maybe a Wednesday or a Thursday off in between the week?
So yeah, I've kind of geared it. So on Thursday we don't have class. We just have open gym all day. Pretty
Oh,
much.
cool.
Open gym all day. And I put up some WODs on Thursdays, but they're generally pretty basic. They involve the bike or some running or rowing, that kind of stuff. Just kind of
Body weight.
body weight, working your light engine work, that kind of thing. Work the whole body. So I mean, I think, depending on your age, 4 to 6 days is the sweet spot, for people. As you get older, probably a little bit less. That recovery becomes more important. Tuesday has always been our busiest day from a gym perspective. And then Monday and Wednesday are right there next to it.
Yeah.
And then Fridays are total, depends on what's going on,
Yeah.
what time of year, or total potluck.
That's exactly this gym as well.
Yeah,
Same
that's it.
thing.
Yeah. And then, we have classes on Sunday. And our Sunday class, I just had a second one, are really getting popular. I think for a lot of busy people, it's a day to sneak in that extra workout.
Yeah.
So we have 2 Saturday, we had 1 Sunday, and now we have 2 Sunday because it's getting really, really busy.
Awesome.
That's cool. I
Nice.
I haven't, because I geek out on it. I asked gym owners and how they do it, and I don't think I've heard anybody actually like program a day where it's open gym on Thursday and we're
Pretty
just
smart.
doing active recovery. We're not doing anything. Most of them, it says people have different schedules. They just program it anyways, but that's good because we take Thursdays off. Most of the
as
time.
you see, I think every gym I know of, Thursdays are the least attended day.
Yeah.
So it kind of, and again, like you said, it seems to be that way at every box.
Yeah.
So once I figured that out, I actually think now we get better attendance because it lets the people, if somebody does want to work on their muscle ups or they're trying to get a 500-pound deadlift or they do need to work their engine, it lets you come in that other day and kind of do whatever you want. So like I said, I put some ideas up on the board, but we definitely get just as many people and usually more than we did when we had class. Because of
That's
that
cool.
flexibility.
Yeah.
I didn't think of the idea. Somebody else thought of it, but it's worked pretty good
No,
for us.
that's really cool because then you can do that. You don't have to wait for the class to go to open gym, or if you don't have the space, or because some people don't have the space, they can use that to get better at other things.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do.
like that idea. Because we just have the back, and if you want to do something, then you can go to the back. But some, and your gym is pretty big. But
I'm
others aren't.
kind of the same. We have open gym as much as I can provide it. Like I said, I want that building was built to be a gym. I want it getting used as much as it can be used for that. So it's not just when it's convenient for me. Like I want it to be getting used all the time.
Yeah.
Because we were talking earlier how you want your members to be able to be there in the gym as long as they want or as long as they can. I've noticed a lot of CrossFit gyms have gone to actually giving a 24-hour access. And is that something that you might do or looking at, or is just whatever?
I haven't done that yet. I'm not saying I never will. I think with the access we provide right now, I think I'm providing as much as my members need.
Yeah.
If there was ever I felt like a real need for that 24-hour access, I'm not opposed to it. But yeah, I think right now with the amount of open gym we do offer, people are pretty happy with what we have. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking before the podcast started, and he said that, I want people to stay there. You're going to convert that upper room for, people who kind of want to come in and, get some work done before work or after work.
Yeah, I want my gym to be where people hang out all day. If they're not at work or at home, I want them to be hanging out at the box, whether it's before class or after class, all that kind of stuff.
You have a cold brew fridge. So, what more do you need?
Exactly.
And great beans right across the street.
So, yeah, that's why we're putting in this little lounge area upstairs to kind of just facilitate that. People can plug in their laptop, do what they want, kind of be off to the side, but still involved. That's why when we built the gym and we were designing things and, I had a few people ask, well, where's your office going to be? I'm like, I don't need an office. I'll just sit on my laptop at the counter and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm always going to be out in the mix with everybody. So yeah, I just work at the counter on my laptop when I need to do stuff.
And your gym has pretty much everything you would need. Like if you needed to get some work done and take a quick shower and hop out, leave, you got that all covered on those. And it's not just one or shower that you have to wait for. Like you have like 3 or 4 showers.
Yeah, we have 3 in each, and we did that on purpose, exactly for that reason. I wanted it to be easy, and our morning classes are definitely our busiest right now. Our 5 and 6 a.m. are much busier than our evenings, and I'd like to balance that out, but that I think is in large part because of the people that can come and shower. And it's that's the key. Like I think it was Glassman that said you want to see a good gym, go look at their bathrooms, and like you want to have kind of clean something where I'm not going to catch Ebola when I go in there.
How many members do you have in the mornings?
Our 5 and 6 a.m. both will have 12 to 15 people on average.
5 and 6 a.m.ers are crazy.
It's good.
It's you mean it when you get up that early.
Yeah.
I can't do that shit. I tried it and I was like, no.
I don't feel like I can give anything at that.
I can coach at that hour. I agree. The earliest I feel like I can work out well is 7 for me. I end up doing that a lot, is working out at 7. At 5 and 6, I'm still drinking my coffee.
You're still trying to get up.
You do it.
I don't feel like I can do anything like at full effort at that time.
It's amazing because like the little street we're on, everybody's in bed, the lights are out, and we're rocking. Like music is going. Like I'm like, yeah.
And they are in the middle of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're going. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, Dan, anything else you want to plug in or?
No, I think that's it. This has been great. This has been really fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks for
I'm
coming,
glad.
man.
Yeah, this has
We
been
really
awesome.
appreciate you sitting down
Yeah,
with
this
us.
has been cool.
One more recap. We have the Barbells and Brews October 5th, correct?
October 5th.
Yeah.
Yes.
First
Bars and
workout
Brews.
is
Yeah.
Fran.
If you
And
check it out on Instagram, Bars and Brews is on there. Check out our King William District CrossFit, and you'll see it on there
And
too.
the Cinco de Mayo Classic.
Cinco de Mayo Classic will be next year again. That'll
Yeah.
be the third year we'll be doing that. We're already making plans for that one.
And that's a co-ed male or how
That
is it?
one was male and female.
Okay.
And this one's co-ed. We may expand that with Cinco de Mayo based on, we may expand that, but I'm not going to say for sure yet.
Okay.
All right. And where do the people find you at for King William CrossFit on Instagram or anything like that?
It's King William District CrossFit all together on Instagram. Same on Facebook, King William District CrossFit.
And the Barbells and Brews?
And Bars and Brews Bars and Brews is on Instagram as well. Bars and Brews.
Just Bars and Brews?
Bars and Brews.
Together?
Yeah, there's not 2019. No, it's just Bars and Brews.
All right.
And and your personal is pretty much the King Williams one, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of a social media hermit a little bit
Yeah.
in some ways. So
Yeah.
yeah, the King William one does everything I need it to
everything.
do
Yeah.
for me. Yeah, I can
It's his outlet.
feel a part of the world that way.
All right, guys. So that was episode 41. You can find me at Severed Ralph.
And I'm at HansJD_3.
El Cool Beans.
And you can find Dan at King William District CrossFit on Instagram, Facebook, and everything. You can find us at the Barbell Jerks Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. This one should be up by Monday, and we're caught up on all the YouTube videos. So episode 40 was up Monday or Tuesday. But thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate it. Thank you.